Hey, I'm Zarel, and I've been making YouTube videos for the last 8 years. During that time, I've built multiple channels from the ground up, worked with brands and clients, and made thousands of dollars online through content. After testing way more AI tools than I can count, I finally narrowed it down to 3 that I actually keep coming back to. These are the ones I use in my own workflow because they're free to get started with, packed with useful features, and don't lock every little thing behind annoying paywalls or credit systems. But here's the part that usually gets skipped. Most videos just throw a list of websites at you and call it a day. That's not what we're doing here. I'm going to walk you through exactly how I use each one so you can avoid the common mistakes that trip people up and get the best results without running into unnecessary limits. Whether you're using a desktop, a laptop, or even your phone, you can follow right along. A couple of these tools can even be run locally depending on your setup, which is honestly a huge bonus. So stick with me until the end because I've linked every resource I mentioned down in the description, making it easy to find the right pages without wasting time clicking through fake, free AI sites that never deliver. But before we jump into the walkthrough, check this out for a second. Imagine hearing something like, "We've crossed the ocean for weeks. Whatever's waiting ahead better be worth every second." Or maybe a dramatic scene where someone opens an ancient vault for the first time in centuries. Every clip you're seeing was created from surprisingly simple prompts. That's the crazy part. The visuals are sharp, the motion feels smooth, the animation flows naturally, and even the sound effects fit the scene in a way that makes everything feel much more real than you'd expect. You can use these tools to make videos for YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Reels, Shorts, or pretty much any platform you post on. Need vertical? Done. Widescreen? Easy. Square format? No problem. You can generate images from text, videos from text, or even animate a single image into a full video in just a few minutes. Before I show you how all of that works, I do have one quick favor to ask. If you end up getting value from this video, hit the like button and let me know where you're watching from by dropping your city or country in the comments. I always love seeing how far these videos reach. The whole reason I started this channel was to share everything I've learned after years of building YouTube channels and experimenting with AI tools every single week. Right now, my team and I manage several AI-powered content channels, and the tools I'm showing you today are the same ones we actually use behind the scenes. I'm not interested in recommending random websites just because they're trending. If I haven't tested something myself, I don't talk about it. My goal is pretty simple. I want to save you the hours of trial and error that I went through trying to figure out which AI tools are actually worth using. So if that's the kind of content you're into, feel free to subscribe because I've got plenty more coming. With that out of the way, let's dive in. We'll start with the simplest tool first, then work our way up to the one I use the most and still think is the strongest option overall. All right, let's jump into the first tool. Open up Chrome or whatever browser you normally use and search for Qwen 3.5 Plus. Once you land on the official page, click on Try Qwen Chat. From there, hit the login button in the top right corner. You can create an account from scratch if you want, but signing in with your Google account is definitely the quicker option. After you're in, you'll see the main dashboard, and it'll probably look pretty familiar. If you've ever used ChatGPT, you'll feel right at home. The layout is similar, but since Qwen is open source, you get access to a lot of powerful features without feeling boxed in. You can upload files directly into the chat, generate images, create videos, help with writing, coding, research, and a whole lot more from the same place. Let's try something simple first. In the prompt box, type a basic request like a golden retriever running across a beach at sunset and send it. Give it a few seconds and you'll see the image appear. Now here's where it gets interesting. Take that image and use the image to video option to animate it. Watch how naturally everything moves. The motion feels fluid, the scene comes to life, and even the generated audio blends surprisingly well with what's happening on screen. Once it's finished, just hit the download button and save it straight to your device. Before moving on, scroll through the community feed for a minute. It's honestly one of the best ways to see what's possible because people are constantly sharing new images, videos, and creative ideas built with the same tool. You can even borrow inspiration for your own prompts without starting from zero every time. Now let's move over to the second website. And trust me, don't skip ahead because my favorite tool is still coming up after this one. For now, open your browser again and search for Hugging Face. Then open the official website. Sign into your account, and once you're inside, look across the top navigation bar and click on Spaces. This is where things get really interesting. Think of it like a giant hub where developers publish AI apps for anyone to try. Seriously, there's an insane amount of stuff in here. You'll find tools for generating images and videos, translating languages, editing photos, cloning voices, writing code, creating music, removing backgrounds, building 3D models, analyzing text, upscaling images, and pretty much anything else you can think of. Since we're focused on video creation, scroll down and you'll notice there are tons of video-related projects available. Not every single one is maintained, but a huge number of them work really well. Let's open one called LTX Video Turbo. Once it loads, choose the image to video option and upload any image you want to animate. Then, in the prompt box, describe the movement you'd like to see. For example, instead of a static portrait, you could write something like, "She looks up, smiles, and brushes her hair back as the wind moves around her." You can tweak the available settings if you want more control, then click Generate and let the model do its thing. After a short wait, your video will be ready to preview. You'll notice something interesting with this example. Because the prompt wasn't specific enough, the AI made its own assumption. Since it mentioned someone reading, it also animated the pages moving, even though that wasn't really the focus. That's pretty normal with AI models. The more detailed and intentional your prompt is, the closer the final result will match what you had in mind. If you're happy with the output, just hit the download button and save it to your device. One thing I really like here is that you don't have to keep watching a credit counter every time you generate something. There aren't any surprise paywalls popping up in the middle of your workflow, and you can keep exploring different projects without constantly worrying about limits. Feel free to browse through the other spaces too, because there are a lot of hidden gems that most people never even find. But with that said, let's move on to the tool I probably use more than anything else. You've likely heard the name before, but there's a feature inside it that almost nobody talks about. And honestly, that's the part that impressed me the most. Before we jump in, if you've been getting value from this walkthrough so far, I'd really appreciate it if you dropped a like. And if you're already here, leave a quick comment and let me know what kind of videos you're planning to make with AI. I read through the comments all the time, and it also helps this video reach more creators who are looking for tools that actually work. Alright, let's check out the last website. Open your browser and search for Meta AI. Then head over to the official site and sign into your account. Once you're inside, you'll immediately see a feed filled with images and videos other people have created. Take a second to look around because it's a great place to pick up ideas before making your own projects. When you're ready, click on the Create option to start from scratch. Upload any image you want to animate, choose the aspect ratio that fits your platform, then type a prompt describing the movement or action you'd like to see. After that, hit Generate and let it do its thing. A few moments later, you'll have your animated version ready to preview. Like any AI model, it won't nail every single generation perfectly. But here's where this platform really starts to shine. Instead of jumping straight into video, try generating a few images first. Pick your preferred style, select the right format, and write a solid prompt. In my experience, the image quality is consistently impressive, with clean details and great composition. Once you've got an image you like, just click Animate to turn it into a video. Go ahead and animate a few different versions, then compare the results side by side. You'll notice the movement looks surprisingly smooth, and everything is generated pretty quickly. If one version isn't exactly what you wanted, generate another one with a slightly better prompt. That's usually all it takes. When you're happy with the result, download it directly to your device. Another thing worth pointing out is that this platform isn't the same experience as the Meta AI assistant you might have seen inside WhatsApp. They're connected under the same company, but the standalone web version gives you access to a much larger set of creative tools and features designed specifically for generating content. And that's the complete lineup. These are the 3 AI platforms I keep coming back to for creating content. And hopefully now you've got a much clearer idea of how to use each one. Since this is my first video covering AI tools like this, I'd love to hear what you think. If you'd like me to make another one, leave a like so I know you're interested. In the next video, I'll show you how to generate hundreds of images in a single workflow instead of making them one at a time, which can save an incredible amount of time if you're managing multiple content projects. I'll also break down the kinds of YouTube channels that benefit the most from that workflow and show you exactly how everything fits together. As always, every resource I used in this video is linked down in the description. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.